Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Relufe Review, and this is where we review the Nigerian art, music, movies and entertainment in general. You know, when you see me, it's another movie review, and like I always say, everything that I say is all my personal opinion, all my personal bias. It's not based off on any standard or on any measures. It is simply what I think about the movie that I'm telling you. On that note, my name is AY with the double O, and of course, let us get straight to the movie that I'll be reviewing for today. If you think that you can find love in 4 days, come here, this movie is for you. The movie we are going to be reviewing today is titled A Lagos Love Story. And from the title already, you already know what it's gonna be. It's all about love. And when I see anything Lagos and love, it's like putting two, you know, there's that thing or stereotype that, the way of Lagos men, you can't find love in Lagos. So when you finally find love in Lagos, trust me, it is no small love. It is no easy love, because this is one expensive kind of love, because love is not really growing on trees in Lagos. Love in Lagos is very, very expensive. But trust me, this one, A Lagos Love Story, is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie. All right, let's get straight to a brief storyline. So for the movie, in just 4 days, this just shows that love is no respecter of age, is no respecter of background, is no respecter of where you're from or where you've been or any of that stuff. It's all about connection, when two arts are intertwined, when they meet and when there's a connection. Of course, this is what we call love. All right, for A Lagos Love Story, we saw Afolarin. He played the role of King Kator, and of course, we saw Jemima Osunde play the role of Promise Quest. So it tells the story of Promise, a young lady trying to secure a major contract that would change the trajectory of her life, that would change her family struggles, their story. Basically, she just wanted to do better for her family. She had a father, and we were also introduced to her younger sister. And of course, their mom had passed in the movie, which was all we're introduced to as well. And of course, she meets King Kator, and in just 4 days, things turn around. You know, when they say that overnight success, I think it's only in a country like Nigeria that things like that happen, or I don't know, maybe in Africa, where you can easily sleep with nothing and then wake up to becoming a millionaire or even a billionaire. That is one possible thing. But of course, with A Lagos Love Story, in just 4 days, Promise Quest really her life changed for good in just 4 days. She got love, she got what she had wanted for her family. So that was what we saw in A Lagos Love Story. It was all about her trying to secure a contract to save the life of her family, and in turn she had to work under King Kator, who was a musician, you know, in the movie, under a musical label, sort of, who it wasn't comfortable, you know, working on that. It felt like they were ripping him off. It felt like he wasn't really getting the best, and he had signed that contract, you know, and all of that. So he was struggling with his own career under the label that he was signed with. She was struggling to make ends meet for her family. They meet, and their love is magical. Now, I want to start with the fact that I think that Mike is an amazing actor. From seeing him from the series Far From Home up until every movie that I've seen Mike Afolarin, he has not disappointed, not one single bit. And he was giving that Ashake vibe with the hairstyle, but a part of me, it was in between Ashake and giving Wizkid. I wasn't really sure of which of the artists to pass him on to or to tag him with, but I'll say he did an amazing job. I don't know if it was his charisma or everything. He embodied that role. You would actually think that, you know, it was a musician, and that's what acting is all about, telling a story as though it is what, you know, it is in that moment, which he did perfectly well. So I'm going to start with major highlights for me in this film. I'll say, for one, of course, Afolarin, King Kator. He did an amazing, he killed that role. He gave us that swag, he gave us that vibe, he gave us the energy. He wasn't even struggling to sing. Whether he was miming the song, whether he sang it, I do not know for sure, but he was just flowing. This is one, you know, Badass Fontaine and all, he was just flowing with that. And Promise Quest, on the other hand, was that girl from the trenches. She was that girl from the trenches. But of course, our background did not really shape her into, there are people that are from that part and would not want better for themselves or would just be comfortable. Promise Quest was one person that wasn't comfortable, knowing fully well, okay, what her background is, knowing fully well that she had to take care of her father. She wanted more. She wanted to secure, her father's house, which was the only memory that she had of her mom. So she would do anything just to secure the house, and all of that. And in the course of her working, the very first job she landed was to work under King Kator as a concierge, and in just 4 days. What I would say that, I'm going to get to that part though, what I would say I did not really see was the point where that spark between them really happened. But for Jemima, she was also one outstanding performance for me in that film. Another outstanding performance will be Linda Ejiofor. She was, this is the first time I'm seeing her really stern, and all of that, like that boss lady. I'm not taking no nonsense. She wasn't smiling. And I'm like, what exactly is happening, with Linda in this film? And then, she was also a very beautiful performer. She played the role of Fadeke. And also we saw Uti in the movie. For Uti, I really don't want to talk much about this character. I would say that I saw him underplay that character. It was doing too much, in the movie. I saw Ike Osaki Odua, and for Ike, I would say it wasn't really fantastic, as well in the movie. But of course, the major people that I wanted to see really come out with all of that energy, they brought all of that energy into the movie, into the game, and what have we. Let's get straight, of course, to the rating criteria. For the plot, I would say that it's a very simple story, and I think what I have issues with is the plot development and the fact that we're supposed to see that spark, that energy. Of course, the love was there. I really enjoyed, the connection, but I think we saw it a bit too late into the movie. There was supposed to be some, body eating here and there. Maybe they just, touch each other or just wink or just stare, just something to spark that energy. That first scene where they eat each other and fell on each other thing, I think it was it was a lot, because the fall was so, it's like when you stage something, it seems so staged, right? It's a movie at the same time, but it seemed too staged. So I think that they didn't do so well with the plot development. But of course, it's a good plot. It's a beautiful storyline. It's a beautiful love story. By the end of the day, did they really give us a Lagos love story? I don't really think so. But was it a good movie? Yes. All right, straight to the acting. For the acting, for me, I'd give the acting a good 7 over 10, because these are beautiful actors. These are people, some of them are not actors per se. They are just, once in a while you see them pop up on screen, but they are also in the media business, they're in the entertainment space and all of that, which is why seeing them on screen, of course, we can relate with Uti being on screen. It's not an everyday actor, but once in a while when you see him, it's just there. Ike is, in the entertainment space, but it's not, I wouldn't call him an actor, fully, and all of that. And a lot of people that we also saw with King Kator's team, the boys that he rolls with and all of that, they're not people that I've really, seen on screen, but they all gave us that thing that we wanted. They all acted like the guys that you see around musical artists, and all of that. So for the acting and King Kator's performance, trust me, he did amazingly well. I would have just expected that every other character in the film gave the energy that he gave, Overall, it would have been it's still unique, but it would have been that one movie that would wow everybody, and everybody would be talking about it right now. But overall, it is still a beautiful movie. So for the rating criteria for me, I want to give it a 7 over 10, because of course they gave us that love, they gave us an entertaining movie, they gave us a movie that, trust me, you would watch from start to finish, regardless of things that you want to point out. Oh, I don't like this about this movie, I don't like that about it. It's something that you would stay put from the start to the finish of this film. Now, let me talk about some flaws in the movie that I did not like. It's titled The Lagos Love Story, and I like that it was set in Lagos. Trust me, they did an amazing job with the Lagos thing, the setting, the locations that they used. They gave us that Lagos view. That's one thing I love about movies, that especially if you have Lagos in the title, I want to see Lagos in that movie, and they did justice to that, trust me. But you're telling a Lagos love story. It's supposed to be sweet. Of course, it is sweet, but it could have been sweeter. I think it could have been better than what they gave us. I think that I was supposed to feel that butterflies in my tummy. Of course, I felt that mushy, all loved up kind of thing, just because, I mean, King Kator is a fantastic actor. But trust me, if someone that is a new actor is playing that role and giving the same scenes that they have, in it now, it would not, you would not easily convince the viewers that it's supposed to be like a love, story per se. But of course, it's a beautiful movie. It's an ink block movie. And of course, anything in block is always, it comes out beautiful, comes out magical, it's top notch. But I'll say that with a Lagos love story, it could have been better. But overall, from this end, I want to rate a Lagos love story a 7/10. It's still a must watch. If you have not watched it, you should definitely watch it, because it's something new. It's not something that you have seen. I think it's something that we haven't seen in a while, and we need a comeback of movies like that. Just give us that representation of musical artists, and I like that they gave us something we could relate to. I like the hairstyle giving Ashake vibe. I like his height and his swag giving the Wizkid kind of thing. It was just really relatable, and I really love that, and I love the Lagos setting about the movie as well. Overall, from this end, a Lagos love story is a 7/10. It is a must watch. Drop in the comment section if you have watched it and what you think about the movie. If there are flaws, if there are outstanding performances that you want to talk about, please drop it in the comment section. And of course, if you have not seen it, go and watch it. It's a must watch. 7/10 from this end is what a Lagos love story gets. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. If you're new here, please click the subscribe button. Until I have gracing your screens again on another episode of Relufe Review, my name is AY with the double O.